Virginia process, we make artificial arms and legs and do orthopedic bracing for folks. Never take on a partner. Unless you're willing to do everything that that partner beckons you to do. I have partners, but not in my business. I have numerous other businesses that I invest in, and I do other things with. But if those businesses don't succeed, my family is still well fed, well taken care of. I have investments in other businesses as a minority partner, but it's very passive and really and truly, if they succeed, fine. If they don't, then that's fine too, okay? If your life and your family's life depends upon what you do, and you're in a business deal, my advice is not to take on a partner. Your partner's not going to see things the way that you do, and you're not going to see things the way that your partner does. From purely a business perspective, it makes it easier when you have a partner, okay? But just because it makes it easier doesn't make it right. Another thing, walk-ins, because he was of the old school, me coming in of the new school. Mr. Murko, all these guys, and I didn't call him Mr. Murko, I always called him Fred. Fred, these guys have got to have appointments. We just cannot see all these people. They're just coming in the door. We have to have an appointment. Fred said, look, doctor sends somebody over, they walk in, they're putting money in your pocket, you see them. Great piece of business advice. What you're doing is inconvenience yourself for them to put money in your pocket. Who's not willing to do that? After I bought the business. After I was working, between 90 and 100 hours a week, and that's no exaggeration, probably more. Everybody needs the 8-hour rule. I said, what's the 8-hour rule? He goes, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of play. Basically, what he was telling me is that you can't work all the time, you can't play all the time, you can't sleep all the time. You've got to have a balanced life. Vitally important. 10, 12-hour days, I still do. 14, if I have to, okay? And luckily, I don't have to do that much anymore. But I'm telling you right now, 8 and 8 and 8 is a great rule to live by.
My name is Sandy Rattle. I'm with the Virginia Department of Business Assistance, and I too want to welcome you to the first time we've been on the campus at Radford University to do an Entrepreneur Express workshop. This is something that we started about 2.5 years ago in Southwest Virginia, and now it's become a statewide initiative. And the objective is to match you with resources that are available within the Commonwealth of Virginia.
I started starting businesses as I came out of college with my college roommate. Some of them are what I call high tuition learning experiences. It means it cost me money, and some of my investors, it costs them money. But I learned some things along the way. I still have a business. I work in architecture. Tim has had a business. He just sold it. He's looking to start another business. Tim's been in the furniture industry all his life, so he has expertise in manufacturing and making things happen. What we provide is professional counseling on an already paid-for basis. That means the SBA and Radford pay for it. With existing businesses, we help businesses understand and analyze their business and improve their business and survive and grow their business. We help them with marketing. And even the mundane, just the hardest thing sometimes when you're starting, just how do I get started? Who can answer my questions for me? So that's one of the things that we do. Help with things as simple as permits, or licenses, or taxes. One of the things I'll be talking about in a minute are steps to starting that are the legal requirements that you do to be legal. So I've been illegal before. I sleep better at night when I'm legal.
So what does SCORE do? We do some business workshops and seminars. Right now we're running some QuickBooks seminars up at National College in Salem. Our core product is really face-to-face counseling. People call us up, they have an issue, they want to sit down and talk. How do I start up a business? I'm in business, what do I do? How's my cash flow? What can I do with
Your
this?
marketing plan, of course, has so many components, and it's not just a document that you do just to say you did it, you showed the banker, as we've heard alluded to before. So many things to put inside the marketing plan. Pricing is also an important part of your marketing, okay? Depending on your business, it may be that you want to provide the lowest cost, best service, because there's a lot of competition. Or it may be that if you're like a company like Nike or a shirt company, it may be that your image and your brand will allow you to price higher. The price may define the value of something to your customers, depending on your product. You need to keep that in mind.
Lines of credit. Small business owners are sometimes seeing their lines of credit decrease. Okay? Terms of their lines of credit. Banks and lenders are also seeing more lenders coming to them with credit problems, which makes it harder for them to receive funding. Access to credit is tightening. Loans to startups are declining. Some lenders are saying, hey, startup is a little bit more risky. Okay? So we're not going to issue as many loans to startups. Or there's fewer lenders out there who have that type of work.
I run VT Knowledgeworks, which is a business acceleration center with an incubator inside of it over in Blacksburg at the Corporate Research Center. And I'm also the president of the Virginia Business Incubation Association. 32 incubators or so. Is that the right number now? I lose track. But 30 plus incubators around the state, a bunch of them locally here. And you can walk in there and find somebody, A, who's going to talk to you, B, who may have space that's just right for you to start your little business in. And C is another one of those people who will help you connect with the ones you need at the time you need them. Sandy's one, the SBDCs are one.
Virginia Economic Bridge is a business, economic, and workforce development nonprofit. We have about 6 programs that we manage for Southwestern Virginia, Southern Virginia, and the Commonwealth of Virginia. And these programs are all designed to help you as you establish yourselves as the future business leaders of Virginia. You've been in business, you've tapped into our research arm of VA Card, you've marketed your company through the Virginia Business Pipeline. You now need to find people to staff your company, and that's the Return to Roots program, where we're trying to keep people in.
I'm with the Virginia Electronic Commerce Technology Center. We are a economic outreach for the Christopher Newport University in Newport News, Virginia. We are a virtual incubator. We help small businesses get on the internet. We help you to eliminate the mystique that follows around the internet. We help you to understand it. We want to help you to build a website that will take you into your future, teach you how to maintain it yourself, and then we graduate.
You mentioned the $10 billion state and local market is vastly overshadowed by the $300+ billion federal government market. In point of fact, that's going to be increased based on the stimulus package that was just recently signed. So if any of you have any interest, not necessarily now, but when you start the business, get the business up and running, and have an interest in doing federal government contracting, please take a card out there. That's what I'm here for. I can walk you through the process. It's not that hard, and they do have some pretty deep pockets.
If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. We're here, we hopefully provided you with some tools and some knowledge about resources that are available in Virginia, but this is all we can do now. The next step is you. You have to reach out to us and let us